And wow, what a run. I mean, really looking forward to winding out all of these qualifying rounds and getting into the finals, because it is sudden death then, of course. We are now stepping up to the Suzuki Superboats. They are the methanol-sucking monsters, the big bangers of the three classes we have here before you today. That is Dave Stone out on the water, Nick Callow. These guys haven't been around for a few years. Good to see them back into the sport, the Tui craft.
Yeah, it's a good-looking machine, all right, and it's nice to have these guys back and into it. And, of course, Tui craft, good beer as well. Don't mind a couple myself. I'm sure these boys will definitely be into a couple at the end of the day's racing. So far, just trying to put it together. That was ridiculously close then, almost straight on over the island. Fanging it around for the final bend and over the line with a 39.542. That was an entertaining run.
4.52.
Yeah, 39.452. Now that almost, he jumped that like it was a show jumper, ladies and gentlemen, that island. And boy, oh boy, those guys got out of jail there as we go now to Liquid Gold. Graham Hill down here in front of us. Getting ready for their run in the last round of Superboats. They really need to pull one out of the bag a little bit here. They probably haven't had the time of their life out here this morning.
Yeah, Graham Hill just not having a great run of it at the moment. In fact, he couldn't sell a tissue to somebody who's crying. But let's hope that he posts a good time here, because we want to see this boat feature in the finals. Of course, Liquid Gold Plant Fertiliser. Graham is, of course, a nurseryman from on the east coast there. And Amanda Kiddo doing the navigational duties here. And I love the sound of the twin turbo, the Nissan.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite outfits, KV. I love the sound of it too. It always smells good. You always got that beautiful waft of methanol coming through. Oh,
you've got a bit of a hop and a skip and a jump. I think he's heading to the Olympics. Graham Hill, 40.208, so post the time. And hopefully that'll be good enough to see him progress into the top 12.
All right, we're going to go to Wet and Wild now in front of us, getting down here in the white boat, boat number 81.
Scott Donald, Nicole Reesby.
Yep, there they are, ladies and gentlemen. The 410 sprint car engine from Featherstone. Farmers down there, 850 horsepower, just waiting to get the other boat, Liquid Gold, into pit lane as we get ready for them. There will be nothing but power coming out of the back of that boat. There'll be no farts in this one. She'll be the whole load. Watch out now. Here we go, off the line. Nice straight line up the top end of the course around the top of the Hines Island, back through, little shuffle to the right, now a hard turn to the left, round the outside, build up some speed up the top there, 120 k's, back through the middle, starts swirling that water around. Here comes Suzuki Island.
These guys have really stepped up new into the sport, and they've just sort of been tickling it around. And here at the Naki 500, they're really starting to step it up. Have a look at Nicole Reesby. She's almost willing Scott around that corner. Oh, the boat just getting porpoising. I love the fact that they're porpoising in through that area. And Scott Donald there with a 39.141, so they'll be very happy with that. And great to see that they've actually picked up the pace here at the Naki 500. They've sort of got their head around the speed and the propulsion and the handling characteristics of a whole new outfit for them. And the way they've gone about it at the start of this season has been slow. It's been deliberate. And when you walk into a sport and you are taking those sorts of positive steps, slow, deliberate, assessing and working it all out, this is the result you're seeing. So they're really starting to come on song, and it's great to see that that's working for those
confidence
guys.
Builds success, and they're starting to really get some confidence in everything in front of them as we go now to Hoppy. Dave Hopkins down here in front of us. Now, Hoppy, he's a real character. Pam Reed doing the navigation for him, and they have a Chev 475, about 850 horsepower with a jet speed hull. Takes a hard right-hander and puts a foot down to get themselves off the line nice and clean. Now watch this, there's a fair bit of speed getting built up here as we come around Mouthfresh. Nice job, really good job for a Hoppy's experience starting to show up.
Yeah, Hoppy really on song at the moment. And of course, he is a former world champion in the Group A 400s, now in the Unlimited Superboat. And he's impressed all day today, just been very smooth. And even coming into that crosswash, he eases it off, and that's the experience. Just get the boat settled through there. And again, through there, Hoppy just ease it off, recognise there's no point in breaking the boat in round 4 at a 37.028.
Did you say 37.028?
Great run there from Dave Hopkins, really starting to bring the time
Oh,
down
ladies
now.
and gentlemen, I think that really deserves a round of applause. Come on now, another one of those sub-38s. Every time you see that, you should be giving it up for them. Here comes Aaron Hansen right here, right now, and from Tauranga, Julianne Shanks as well. They Rusty One is the name of their boat, 500 cubic inch small block Chevy. Put the gas down now as we get around. Really needs to get it right this time. He's had some navigational errors early on in proceedings.
Yeah, third in the world, and these guys, the brand new package this year, the last run was all over the shop. It was just absolutely tragic, like a bulldog eating custard. It was just going everywhere. Seems to settle the boat down a lot better this time out. Oh no, he's gone the wrong way. Whoa, he nearly came back up and said g'day to Dave Simmons. He's gone the wrong way again. He just keeps going lap after lap. And Aaron Hansen, in pure frustration, saw the change of the colour of water there, just spewed a whole heap of mud out of that jet unit. Now he's going to take it easy, set himself back up. He's now back on the right track rotation, so that he's going to throw so much extra time at it. And you can just see the frustration as he eases it off, going through the finish loop, and he gets to 63.132. Really lost his mojo, hasn't he, in the last 2 rounds?
Yeah, I was just going to say, some days are diamonds, other days are dust. You know, when you look at his success up there at Bay Park for the World Series, where he ended up finding himself in 3rd place after the World Series, Aaron Hansen, it's almost like it's chalk and cheese to what he is driving up there.
Yeah,
Never
that's a
had
real
any
shame.
navigational errors at all, and now we've got issues.
Yep, so hopefully they can get that back to the trailer. Gary Stevens now. Rapids Jet Racing. If you want to go on a jet boat ride, get up there to Rapids Jet. Oh, Gaz just eased it off up the top, up near the Sarah Courts real estate sign at the top, up the back part of the track. Now splitting Hines and PSP into this little bit of the sharp into this hairpin, and Gaz really just easing it off. It's almost like he's feeling his way around the track still.
There seems to be a number of guys that are sort of taking that approach with these big boys here, aren't they? They're sort of just having to all ease off when you get through the guts of this track. He's gone wrong way again, so he's got messed up on this rotation here. But we are seeing a number of these bigger boats that are just really have to ease off through that tight stuff.
Absolutely, Jason. I think what we're seeing is, because it is such a busy track, you know, sometimes you get an opportunity as a driver and a navigator to take a bit of breath. We'll get a time there for you in a sec there for Gary Stevens, but he's really going to have to pick his game up. 54.054. But look, I think what we're seeing is these guys are just so busy. Sometimes in a certain part of the race course, you get an opportunity to take a breath. It's just not happening out there. Yeah. Have a look at the 440 cubic inch Ford, the supercharged, the meaner machine, Richard Murray.
And Joe Rathbone.
I absolutely love this machine. Of course, it is a hometown boy for me, being from Wanganui, and Rich is just a wonderful bloke stepping up into the big boy category at the moment, and hopefully he can really lay down a nice time and give him more confidence as we get down to the business end of the day. He is going for it. He had a bit of a prang early on, so this will be great for his confidence at the moment.
I would not want to be Joe Rathbone at the moment. Oh, boy.
He got out of it, though.
If he was any rougher, it'd be sandpaper. Come on.
I don't know. He's gone the wrong
way. Yeah, all sorts of
you
issues.
You can see Julia Murray, the missus up here in the commentary tower. She's willing him. She's hoping, she's praying Joe Rathbone doing the navigational duties in there. Opens it up across the line, and not the best run we've seen from Richard Murray.
It must be so frustrating. You're putting together a really, really nice lap, and then in a split second, you've buggered it.
He threw it away, didn't he? 49.170.
I wonder sometimes, like I'm getting the smell of methanol up here all the time. I wonder just how much it mucks up the old brain cells at times. Richard Murray, I don't think I've seen a rougher ride at a rodeo than what he was doing out there, to be totally honest. He jumped in, jumped out, jumped up and jumped down all in one moment. So we'll go down now to our next competitors right here, Dave Simmons and John Very in the Blue Flame.
We saw this boat last time in its last run upside down on the dirt. So let's hope that these guys get a better run this time. The boat is the Blue Flame. They're from Napier. And really glad to see these guys just coming on song so much better in the last couple of rounds. However, that we've had in the New Zealand Jet Sprint Championship, and indeed the UIM World Champions recently held over here as well. And Dave Simmons and John Very got it upside down, as we said a little bit earlier. So they're not going as hard as I know this boat can push, but they've got a new sponsor on board there, Link Engine Management, the ECU equipment in there as well. So now coming into the final part of the course, and through the line in a 39.955. So got a bit of work to do if they want to get to the top end of the tree later on today.
I'd say these boats are pretty sturdy, really, KV. We've had a couple of dings today, but they seem to bounce back pretty quickly and get straight out there.
Yeah, look, it's quite amazing. Even though they're some of these accidents are a little bit slow, the G-forces and the shock running through your body certainly rattles you a little bit. And, you know, these seat belts are actually ratcheted very, very tight indeed. So what happens is with the neck brace, the fireproof brace suit, the triple layer Nomex fireproof brace suits, the belts, as soon as you go upside down, it shakes the head a little bit. It starts rattling the brain, starts getting the eyeballs wobbling in your head. And it's always good to see drivers and navigators bounce back there. Might see if we could go and have a chat to Richard Murray from the Green Mina machine and see what he thought about that one. He's having a chat to his good mate Pat Dillon, and they're just having a laugh. So I'll go down there and have a chat to those guys and see what was going on. I'll be back in a second, boys. You guys can do some stuff, eh?
Okay.
Nice of Cavey just to take a smoke break like that, just make out that he's actually going to go do some work. But it's just a quick smoke break for our friend Cavey from Australia. After about half an hour, his voice starts to get even gravelier if he doesn't put a bit of nicotine down it. So it's back into these Superboats there. Jason, you enjoying your day in the sun?
Absolutely loving it, mates. And, well, yeah, you just got to keep that nicotine up every now and then for the old mate, eh? He starts sounding a bit too sweet, so you got to get that huskiness back, that rawness in his voice.
Well,
it
let's
really
talk
gets
about
him pumped up just having a quiet dart outside.
Talk about rawness. Here's Leighton Manel and Kelly Manel. These guys are incredible that they've managed to put this track together in such a great atmosphere that we have here today. So Taranaki hardcore. Might be time for some Taranaki people to celebrate a quick run for this boat out here. These guys are definitely going to have to get it done. Pretty good trip around there so far, but gets a little wild as we get through the rough water of this boat. And here it is now, and as he comes around in front of the Suzuki, a little bit of rev limiter going off there as he loses traction on the water. Round the top end. Now here's where it'll get a bit rough for him through here, but he's got it pretty good there. And bounces around a little bit just on the Alltherm Island. Back through the rough water again. Oh! Lost the steering enough there. Just about cut mouth fresh off, and the time was
40.626.
40.626, so not being as smooth as he could be just there, and the man's got a lot of pressure on today behind the scenes. But Taranaki, give him a big round of applause now that he's facing you a little bit. Taranaki hardcore. You bet. Just while we got a brief minute at the, things are a little bit quiet. The top 12, the running order for the top 12 there. There's actually only going to be 9 boats in Group B. The order from slowest through to fastest: Jason Reed, Greg Reedon, Pip Thompson, Donna Thompson, Daniel Reed, Hayden Wilson, Patrick Hayden, Tim Edhouse, and Ross Travis will be the way that they run. Then we'll go to Group A: Baden Gray, Andy Ryan, Duncan Wilson, Carl Brentzel, Bevan Muir, Neil Marshall, Warren Farr, Cy Gibbon, Rick Burt, Blake Bryant, Ollie Silverton, and Sam Newdick. Those are going to be the running orders from slowest through to fastest in our Group A and Group B.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to support Bex Kindy up there on the hill. Apparently she's doing some really good bacon and egg rolls, and we'll have a couple to the commentary tower, please. Bacon and egg rolls to the commentary tower. Yep, that's.
Do you ever do anything for free?
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's all about percentages, mate.
Yeah.
So
you can tell an Australian just not much.
Or at least twice. Well, most people have to apologise. I've got to go everywhere twice. Usually the second time to apologise for being there the first time.
Good on you.
But it's interesting watching Glen Head getting into the L-therm window vessel. A lot of the drivers will come down already strapped into the boat, and Glen Head has a lot of nervous energy before he gets into the boat. So you see him quite often walking around, just checking things out, and it's interesting to watch how different drivers go about it. For example, Peter Coey will always just sit in the boat, get the team will get him down onto the ramp. He just sits there and concentrates, and like I just said, Glen Head in the Altham boat, he just wanders around. He's just got all of that energy, and then he just wants to let it loose as he now comes off the trailer. And I think he's really got his head right around that thing that's on the outside there, Wiggy. That's on the outside.
All right.
Wiggy's trying to take a sticker off from the inside of the page.
All right, here we go. Glen Head and Darren Todd. They come to us from Hamilton, and a professional jet sprint driver right now. So look out. Waitara, you better keep an eye on this. This is going to be that fast. We're going to be looking at 35, 36 seconds if he can put it together like this. Hot diggity dog, around the outside we go. What a man of means rider out here, but no means at all is he going to get left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye right now on the All-Therm boat, just getting a bit rough out there. KV.
Yeah, really knifed it right in there, didn't he? Threw it in there, and I just saw the power of this vessel when he put his foot in it down the back straight. And
Boy.
That is a 35.336 quick time.
Oh, we picked it again, a 35.336, 35.336. Just right. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a good reason to yell and scream a little bit.
Oh, that was just an amazing run. And look, I think that he could actually pick up at least another half a second on that particular run as well, because at certain points that was a little bit untidy. But I don't think he's going to be too upset with that. And Jason always likes to wear a KV club, as we've noticed. A little bit of banter up here in the... it's an in-joke. We're not going to go too far with that one. Oh, look, a butterfly.
Don't share that with everyone, KV.
Just a couple more boats to come off here now, and the Superboats, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting for Mouthfresh Rob Coley, but he's probably got a bit of a stopwatch on him now, but he wants to get qualified, of course. Peter Coey and Sharma Putaranui from Mount Somers and Mid-Canterbury, just coming to us now. Of course, Peter Coey is from Rangiora, a professional boat builder and designer down there as well. Here is your jet sprint boat. And we looked at a 35 earlier on. Let's look for another one right now.
Yeah, look, you've got to suggest that Peter Coey has seen Glen Head, the man that's wiped the World Championship of him, the man who drives the Peter Coey built boat. Peter Coey doesn't like that sort of thing, and you don't blame him. A man who has stood on top of the tree some 7 times as a world champion, some 9 times as a New Zealand champion. Sharma Putaranui, he's doing the navigation. Oh, he got a bit wide out there, and he just got away with a 35.326 quicker time.
We got a jet sprint competition going on here. Now, this is only qualifying round number 4. We've still got eliminations to go. And you can see just how much these guys are pushing it. There is no mind games being played out here. Everybody's saying, catch me if you can. I'm the quickest one here in Waitara. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I saw Peter just get up against the bank there a little bit, just on the way home. He'll be thinking about that, and he'll pick a new line for that as well. But, yeah, those two competitors certainly right up there chasing each other hard.
Really are getting stuck in, aren't they? Normally you do see a little bit of cat and mouse from time to time, but these guys are just going... Nah, we're just going balls out now and going for it. So absolutely brilliant and sad to see, lads. We can see, looks like Rob Coley's leaving the ramp.
Yeah, look, he's not going to compete in qualifying round number 4, but we have had news through from our organisers that he has posted a time quick enough to actually get him into the top 12. So let's hope that they can sort out the Poison Ivy, the Mouthfresh boat. and get that one sorted out. As we now go to our Group Bs, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be finals time. We're into our top 12. The fastest 8 will progress into that round. From there, we will choose 5 fastest times. From there, we'll go to the 3 fastest times, and then each category will have 3 boats running off to see who stands where on the podium. So we'll just take a short break, and we will be back with finals racing very soon.